Good.
Who am I missing?
Oh, we have no more beer. Drink it all? Somebody did. I only have my second beer. I'm gonna put my finger up, Matt. I'm sure he had like 6. I'm kidding.
Who had to?
Yeah, 6 would probably be a little more happy. You gonna go pick up some more beer?
Oh, Jim, let me know when you're ready, buddy. You good? All right, everybody, real quick, so we don't have to hear my yell and scream about what I don't like all the time. I will give you a different view. So the old man's allowed to play all morning, so listen up what he has to say. They'll probably say it a lot nicer than I did, but it will hopefully be helpful to the overall goal of getting better and winning.
Okay. Mostly I can comment on the first part of the breakouts in the D side of the field. Number one, sloppy as hell. All right? And impatient. Worst part of your breakouts is you're impatient. Anytime that you're not running and you're supposed to be holding a lane, you're not holding the lane. All right? You throw some paint and then you decide to get out and go do whatever it was you were supposed to do. If the object
Dorito or Dorito?
Huh?
Can you specify, is it the Dorito player or the Dorito?
Anybody playing Dorito side?
Yes.
Corner?
I'm not out to the corner yet. I'm still working on the breakout.
Dorito.
Right. Now, what you've got is you've got teams that are going to run wide on you, and you've got teams that are going to slow play you from the inside and try and shoot you while you're going wide. Anytime that you don't see somebody running, readjust your lane and stay with it. All right? Because they're doing the same thing to you that you're trying to do to them. But when they do come out,
stay with it, turn your gun in.
right? Because when they do come out, they're going to come out short. They're going to dip into that pin, or they're going to dip up and go into that rocket or whatever. But they're not going to run wide into your gun if you haven't gone yet. They're only going to run after you do, because they're trying to do the same thing to you. But if you're sitting there shooting the corner, you're letting the guy go into the pin and set up for you, and now you're going to run into his gun, and we've lost a couple of bodies doing that. The other thing is once you get into your prop, are you unaware of paint whizzing by the edge of that prop? I mean, I've seen at least 2 guys get into their bunker and then stick their face right into a lane of paint. You know, if it's there, if it's high, get down low. If you need to, come out the other side. If you have to, post up, wait for that paint to stop. That guy's going to go at some point, right? All right. Don't fight him. Fight the gap. Be prepared for his move. Okay? It's impatience that's getting you into trouble. You're trying to do everything a little bit too quickly, and you're not letting the game come to you. Like Joey and Matt were talking about before, everybody's got a job to do, and you do your job and you don't sweat any of the rest of the details. All right? Part of doing your job off of the break on this field is to slow things down a little bit. All right? Slow them down a little bit, and then once you get in your bunkers, relax a little bit. All right? I'm not telling you to slow play these guys. What I am telling you to do is to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and if that means dipping into the prop, getting your bearings for a second or two before you throw your gun or your face out of that bunker, go ahead and do that. It's not the end of the world. All right? And when you're working the corner, be the bunker for me. All right. Here's my bunker. I'm on the outside of the corner. What you cannot do is you cannot step up into the prop and come out here. You know why? Because what I'm doing is I'm now exposing to an inside angle my gun and hopper. All right? If I'm going to work this edge, I'm going to work it stepping back a little bit, pushing my gun in so that I'm not giving anything that I can't see a target to shoot me. All right? We've lost a couple of guys that way. They're just a little bit sloppy. They get out here and they think because they can't see anything here that nothing can see them, and you're wrong. All right? If your gun isn't in tight, or if you're not leaning back and pulling your barrel in, somebody's going to see you, somebody's going to shoot you. All right? What you want to do is anytime you make a change, everything is a pivot. Your hip should be in the prop, and every time you open up a little bit more of the field, Do it with this leg stationary, rotate this one out. You're still always leaning back, and you're never exposing anything to something you can't see. Okay? Real simple, but it'll keep you alive that much longer to keep the game going. Otherwise, like the guys said, we played this tons of times. Just go out, play the game, play your game, rely on each other, talk to each other, okay? It's not one man doing this thing. We should be using our corner guys to push our guys forward, right? That's their job. Their job isn't to shoot everybody. Their job is to get the killers into position while they're still alive early enough in the game to make it happen. And if you don't see a side of the field open up, say for example you shoot that first Dorito guy coming wide, there's going to be one more guy inside because almost everybody is playing strong side on the snake side, right? They're putting 3 bodies over there, or they're keeping a home guy who's shooting that way and pushing 2 bodies. Right. That means you got 2 guys to deal with on the D side of the field. You shoot that first guy, now there's another guy inside somewhere. He's either at home or he's in that finger, isn't he? All right? You don't even need to communicate that. You already know where he is, but start talking to each other. If we're alive in the corner, one guy's dead, the corner now gets outside where he can take any kind of movement away from that pin guy, and you just run your Dorito guy down that thing and blow them up. Okay? Real simple. Just stay alive, do your job, you're good to go. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.